How well is your pretty little picture going to work for you? Not at all. We're making progress. If you go spend money on pay-per-click and you have a website that looks like you built it yourself, how well is that going to work? I looked at all your sites. He's got reports on them. So now I just got to match site to face. Okay, so that's what I mean. Every one of these things, it's interconnected, it's interdependent. If you try and market your business and one of these elements is not where it needs to be, whatever you spent, you're not going to get what you want. In fact, you might get nothing and hate it and say that doesn't work. No, it's not that it doesn't work. It wasn't done in the right order. Okay? So, we'll start with websites. In almost all circumstances, I would say website is step one for every company. Because technically it's your storefront. Technically it should be you. How many of you guys are the owners? Or you would consider yourself the best salesperson you have and most knowledgeable? Bring it, come on. Look, my good. Oh, right. So, how many of you have woke up and said, I wish there were more of me, I don't have enough time? Okay. Well, entrepreneurship. Can you duplicate yourself? How? Look, that'll never happen. You'll be sorely disappointed. Look in the very back corner. What is he doing right now? He's not filming himself. He's duplicating me. Right? He's taking the most knowledgeable person in that business and he's making a copy right now. And he's going to take that copy, slice it and dice it into 25 different small segments, upload them to YouTube, translate it to content, distribute it on our social media networks, our YouTube channel, our Facebook accounts, our websites. Now what's happening? Okay? Yes. You can absolutely replicate yourself. Your website technically should be the best salesperson you have. It should work for you when you're sleeping. You don't have to pay it benefits. L&I doesn't take vacations. It might take 1% of time off because the server craps out, but that's about it. It works for you year-round, 24/7, 365, if it's done right. So, do you think all websites are created equal? Maybe you had a website that you do not like. Okay. Now, have you hired, I'll say one of the triple Fs, friends, family, fools, free, felons, fast. Have you hired Bob to build your site? A guy. Okay? It's impossible. Bob can't do it. Why? Because you need a front-end designer, and they went to art school. They're creative. They dress nice. They have friends. House is decorated. They're social. You need a developer. The garage is actually a physical living space. They work nights. Techno music, ripped jeans. You ask them what they're doing Friday night. They say hanging out with friends. There's not a car in the driveway. That's a developer. You need an engineer. Engineers study data. They don't guess. They're not creative. They go study the information and they only make decisions when the data presents something to make a decision on. They're not going to give you their personal opinion. You need a content writer. You can't design a website without having content. And the content writer can't just be a writer. They got to know HVAC. And on top of knowing HVAC, they got to know Google's rules. Because eventually, the content you put on your site, you probably want it to help find you new business. Did we agree we started with that? Okay. Bob can't do it. We're good at it. We can't do it. There are tons of website building tools, okay? Your Yodels, your Wix, your Web.com, GoDaddy Site Builder, Yahoo's Websites Tonight, or vice versa. You guys have seen those, right? Hey, those are templating tools. They design a shell and try and make it fast, easy, and sometimes free for you to build a website. Entrepreneurship and fast, easy, and free don't click. It's not easy. Getting a website done correctly, it's painful. If it was easy, all of you guys would be sitting pretty. And that thing would be performing for you and you wouldn't be frustrated with the process. Not only is it not easy, the requirements change constantly. I left this up because I wanted to go over just in 2018 some of the initiatives that are becoming standards and some are becoming requirements that make the website we just launched yesterday, what? Old, obsolete, ineffective. Yesterday. I don't love this thing as much as you don't love it. But it's better if you're going to do something like become an entrepreneur, would you rather have an advisor sit down and go, you know what? That is not fun. That is hard. It's going to be a lot of hours. It's going to be a lot of sweat equity. It's going to be a lot of missed vacations. It's going to be a lot of work. But if you do it and you stick to it and you smile through the process and you have a good attitude about it, you're going to be successful because very few people do. Would you agree? Website piece is the same. Okay. In most companies, a larger company, building a website, it's not a project. It's a lifestyle. It's a line item on their budget. It comes out every single month, and it's called a growth-driven design. It's when they are constantly re-implementing, re-evaluating, restructuring a website so that it's always performing at peak performance. This whole thing goes back to, and who causes this is, caused from two people. One, hackers. They cause rules and things to change because Google's trying to protect its customers, your customers. And the other thing is consumers and their use of technology. All of you said you Google it, right? It's what you do when you need something. I can speak to every audience across the entire nation and ask the same thing. If you need something, what do you do? We Google it. What do you do after you Google it? You go look at what? You look at the website. How many have left and kept searching if the website looks old, scary? Can't tell. Well, everyone in here. Let's say the website passes the visual test. You know who they are, what they do, where they do it, how to reach them. Looks professional. What do you look at next? What is it? Content? Absolutely. What else? Before you guys make a decision on working or calling a company, what do you go check out online? Yes. Almost every person goes through the exact same process, but then we get in our business and we're like, I don't have time to do this. It would be too much on our technicians to ask them to get a review while they're on site. They already have so much on their plate. But as a consumer, we know if you got a referral from your mother, your sister, your friend to contact a company for something, would you Google it first? And would you follow the same process as if you didn't get a referral? Would you check out their website and check out their reviews? How many of you would look at those things before you made the call if you got a referral? Raise your hands and look around. Okay? I could ask that question 3 years ago and it'd be 1 or 2 people in the room. I ask that question now, it's the majority of every room. They're following the same process even when referred by somebody that they trust. They're still going to look at what do other people think. How many of you have one of these at home? What is it? Alexa. I love her. Has she been laughing at you lately? What is that? What is this one? What is this one? Google Home. And this? Who just said that? I'm going to meet you after class. No, I'm just kidding. Who just said this? And this? And this? How can you help me today? Welcome to AI. If you talk to a device when you search, do you look differently? You talk faster than you type, right? So if I talk to my device, I may say, hey, Google, find me an air conditioning repair company in Edmonds, Washington that has the best reviews online. It's a big, long sentence. Right? Okay, voice search. This got done from a national study. It said 71% of searches are done on, people are now searching via voice search. And of the total, 70% are over 45. That's these guys, not the phones. These have now taken over homes. This is how they're turning on their lights, turning off their lights. This is how they're ordering groceries. This is how their kids are ordering stuff with their parents not knowing. I've made that mistake. We travel a lot. All of a sudden I get a text. It says 9 more things of toilet paper are on the way. Leave the dash buttons alone. All right. So, voice search. That changes how Google evaluates what's being searched for. It also searches somewhere else. When you type something in, you get a Google search that shows you ads, map, organic. When you talk, you get local listings, directories, Google Maps, Yelp, and so forth. 2 different queries. 1, your website doesn't play a role in. 1, your website plays the only role in. Next, mobile first. This is new and this is this year. 5 years ago, Google came out with something, the web companies called it Mobilegeddon. It said your website better be responsive. You guys heard the term. Has to be able to work on a phone. It's kind of something people use. The new requirement is different. It's called a mobile first initiative, which means everything that's coded in your mobile environment is priority over your web environment. That means every label, every piece of metadata, all your SEO, whatever's been done for all these years on your site, it's now second place. It's less valuable. Okay? PHP 7, that's coming. That's a coding language. Essentially, when that becomes standard, all websites gone, all servers gone, because right now everyone's in PHP 6. When that happens, you need new websites and new servers. That's a lot.
You know you're depressing us all, right?
I know. It's okay. This is actually doable. AMP, accelerated mobile pages. It's not expensive. So you guys are lucky. You're at the right place. AMP, accelerated mobile pages. Requirement last year. Schema, schematic markup, same thing. Visual search, that's coming. You've seen all these AI things, right? Anyone with a website that is old, it just doesn't work. Website's number 1. Let me give you a few things to look for. From a design standpoint, and from